giving, to engage with God on a journey to reach tithing. You know, God's all about journeys. He wants us to grow. He patiently waits for us and watches us and encourages us and sends His Spirit to help us grow. And so I would like you to consider moving towards giving that one, that tithing to God. But more than that, I would like to encourage you to experience joy in your giving. Great joy. You know, God asks us for our first fruits and not our leftovers. I drove through a McDonald's this morning as I drove up from Indianapolis. And you know, inside the restaurant they have those little boxes that you can put your change in, you know what? Well, outside they do too, at the drive-up window. Have you seen those? As you get your change, there's a little box there that you can put your change in. And I'm thinking about, well, what are we putting in there? We're putting our leftovers in, right? But I want you to know that's not what God's asking from us. He doesn't want our leftovers. He wants our first fruits. He wants us to give to Him and then trust that there's enough to meet our needs and even some of our wants. Not to meet our needs and wants first and then give God, you know, throw that change in that box at McDonald's, right? Not to give God the leftovers, but the first fruits. As a steward, which all of us are, it's always been a part of my life, these words always remind me of my place in God's world, in God's giving. I feel that I have been blessed to be a blessing. That God has blessed me very generously, blessed all of us sitting in this room very generously. So now how can we in turn be a blessing to others? How can we show our thanksgiving to God? You heard the children say some of their blessings. I'd like to hear yours. What are some of the blessings that God has given you? Come on, don't be shy.
This church.
This church.
For health.
Your health. Homes.
Employment.
Family. Friends.
Joy.
Joy.
12 beautiful grandchildren.
Oh, 12 beautiful grandchildren. Other blessings? Hope. You know, if I pushed you, we could stand here for an hour probably and think of blessings. God has blessed us. How can we be a blessing to others? How can we share that one with God, or even more? By showing our praise and our thanksgiving. As over the years I have said that theme over and over in my mind, you are blessed to be a blessing. My faith has grown, and my relationship with God has grown. But sometimes I doubt. I want to tell you, I'm just like any of the rest of you. I doubt. But God gives me little reminders along the way, and I'm going to share a story with you. This is a few years ago, as I was supporting a missionary, or helping to support a missionary. And it came the time of the month when I needed to send a check for that support for this missionary, and I just felt like I didn't have enough money to do that. I'm a single mom. I have a son who is 11. He's in 5th grade. I adopted him from Russia, so I've always been a single mom, and so I need to provide for my son. You know how that is. We need to provide for our needs, and I just didn't think I had that extra to send to this missionary. I was serving in Nebraska at that time, and I got a call the next day from the funeral director, which was not uncommon, saying, we have this person who's unchurched. Would you be willing to do the funeral? And as always, I said, of course, and I went and met with the family, and we planned the funeral service, and I provided for their spiritual needs. And as I drove home from that meeting, this is the very human side of me that said, Funeral, I'm probably going to get a check for this funeral. And so I said this prayer to God. God, if you want me to send money to this missionary, I have to get at least $150 for this funeral. Okay? This is what I did. So a couple of days later, I went and I did the funeral. Got a card, thank you card with a check in it. I opened up the card, took out the check, and it was for $150.25. Who would write such a check to a pastor for a funeral? $150.25? Have you ever gotten any cents? No.
Still don't have any sense.
I have never gotten any cents either. $150.25. 25 cents. That's little. You can't even buy a candy bar with that these days, can you? But that 25 cents spoke volumes to me. God was saying, trust me. Trust me. I will provide for you. Sometimes in abundance, and sometimes just enough. 25 cents, enough. But I will provide for you. Trust God. Give your first fruits to God, and then trust that He will provide for you through what you have left. He will provide. He will provide. You know, as we receive all of these blessings from God, show me how you receive. Where are your arms when you receive something? Are not your hands extended? It is as we receive that we're also in this posture of giving. We don't receive like this, do we? We receive, we are blessed. And then we give to be a blessing. Your God loves you so, so much. Sacrificed His Son. His Son Jesus sacrificed His very life. They have given their all to you. Now may you, with joy and thanksgiving, give back to God.